today we're going to be doing a training on how to log into Salesforce.com and answer messages. So the first step is to go to www.salesforce.com and in the top right hand side click on the login button. Here enter your username and password, click login, and you'll be taken to the Salesforce.com main homepage. Now on this page in the top navigation bar you're going to click on the console tab. Now this is the main console from which you will be answering the messages as well as performing most of the work. So I'll briefly overview how to send and respond to messages in the console. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that in the top left drop-down menu that messages are selected, and that in the drop-down menu next to that all open messages are selected. Now, the way messages are organized are by message number, inquiry time, customer name, customer email address, account, subject, status, owner alias, and where the email was sent to. Now, the main way that we're organizing the message is through inquiry time. So by clicking on the inquiry time, you can have the messages sorted in either ascending or descending order. For the most part, you will be sorting the messages by oldest first, so in ascending order. So you want to make sure that the oldest messages get answered first. However, for purposes of this training, I'm going to go ahead and sort them in descending order just for training purposes. So in order to view a message, what you have to do is you actually have to click on the message number itself. For example, right here, 1844, you have to click on the message number. Clicking on the customer name or any of the other pieces of information will not take you to the message. You have to click on the actual message number itself. So once you click on the message number, what happens is the message is displayed here in the main message window with the scroll bar. On the top, you're going to get general information regarding the customer and the message, such as the customer name, email address. If the telephone number is here, it would appear here as well as the owner of the message, which in general, when the messages first come into the sales or support email, they're going to go to a general queue. For example, the general sales queue or the general support queue, and their status will be new. So one of the first things you should do before answering a message is to take ownership of the message. So to do that, in the main message window, once you've clicked on the message, in the main message window, you're going to click Own. So right now you see the owner as General Sales Queue. If you click Own, you'll see that it changes to your name. Now you are the owner. And the reason you do this is so that you can get credit for the message, so that we know that you are the one that's taking care of the message and that you've done the work, and also so that no one else tries to answer this message while you are still working on it. As you can see, the status has changed from new to working. Now below this message general information, you have the area where you can send a response. So you can enter your response here, add attachments, and then click send response. And below that right here is where the actual customer's message will be. So here the customer has said, please send me the new demo login details. So here or under the message, I would enter the demo login details and then click send response. And once I've clicked send response, it would automatically close the message so that it would not appear in the all open messages view. And the reason it would do that is because this checkbox here is checked by default to close the message. Now, when answering messages, we've also developed a number of canned responses which can be used to assist you. So here the customer has asked, please send me the new demo login details. From the canned responses, we select demo details, and that automatically populates the message with the demo details. And at the top, you could add your 2 cents or not, and then click send response. So we have message 1844, and we click send response, and this will automatically close the message. So it says here success, your message was sent. And if we refresh the page here, you'll see that message number 1844 is no longer appears under all open messages, okay, because it's already been answered. And when we selected the box that when we send the response, it's going to automatically close the message, and once it's closed, it'll be removed from the all open messages view. Now if you want to see closed messages, you could see them under all messages or all my messages. So all messages is going to show all messages opened or closed. All my messages is going to show all messages for which you are the owner and are either open or closed. All my open messages is going to show all messages which you are the owner and are open. All open messages are just going to show all open messages generally. And generally, you're going to want to be operating in the all open messages view. And once you've taken ownership of a few different messages and you're still working on them, you'll want to start looking at all my open messages. But for the most part, remain in the all open messages view. Okay, now another thing in the messages here, you're going to see on the right side additional details regarding the customer. For example, here it would have the customer's orders, if they ordered any, what the customer ordered, the products that they ordered, shipping details including tracking information would appear here, and under RMA lines, any RMA information, RMAs that the customer has been issued. So now that we've had a basic understanding of how to answer a message, we're just going to go ahead and answer a couple more messages and see different scenarios which we come across. So the next message we come to, I'm going to choose is 1845. I'm actually going to click on the message number. Here we get the message general information. It's part of the general sales queue. And here we have the area where we can respond to the message, and below that we have the customer's actual message. And here the customer says, I just got the camera set up and everything works great, thanks. So here essentially the customer doesn't really need a response. We can just go ahead and close this message. Now in order to just go ahead and close the message in the main message view, scroll to the top, and here you will see the close message button. Now, in the event where you don't need to give a response, you just need to close the message, you don't actually need to go ahead and own the message. You can just go ahead and close the message, and this will automatically give you ownership. So let's go ahead and click close. And for the message reason where no message response is required, just go ahead and select other, then click close. Now you see this is message 1845. After we click close, and we go ahead and refresh the page, you'll see that message 1845 is no longer in the queue, so it has already been closed, so that's good. Now we can go on to the next message. The next message that we're going to use in our example is here a number 1846. The subject is wholesale inquiry. So I'm going to click on the message number 1846, and we're going to see here when we scroll down the customer's message, it says, we are a large distributor of electronics products and want to purchase 4,000 cameras. Please give me your best price. So say, for example, I wanted to answer this question. I wanted to give them the 4,000 cameras price. So the first thing I would do, as with all messages that you're answering, is first take ownership. So here we see, firstly, the owner is general sales queue. I click own. And now I am the owner of this message. So, and the status is working. Now I'm working on this message. No one else can work on it. I'm going to go and find out, what the price is for 4,000 cameras and create an invoice and send it to the customer. So I could go ahead and, find that information, get the wholesale price list, and create the PI, and then add it as an attachment here and send it to the customer. Now, just say, for example, I'm new to the company and I've never done wholesale before and I have no idea what I'm doing, and I've clicked own the message. I've clicked on own, but I don't know how to answer it. I'm kind of stuck. In that situation, what you can do is you can change the ownership back to the general sales queue, or you could change ownership to another team, another member within the sales team who you've discussed the issue with and who is willing to take ownership from you. So in order to do that, here it says owner, and next to your name, click change. And under owner, you can select queue to send it back to the general sales queue. So click queue, and then click on the magnifying glass, and then click general sales queue, and then click save. And then you'll see that now the owner is now the general sales queue. So you've basically given up ownership back to the general sales queue because you did not know how to answer the question, and you're passing it on to back to the queue for someone else with more experience who would be able to answer that. So let's go ahead and try another message. So now we're going to go to message number 1847. We're going to click on the number 1847. And here the subject is technical support needed. And the customer's message here is, I am having trouble setting up port forwarding. I have tried all the user guides on your website and it is still not working. Could someone please call me to assist with setting up port forwarding? So here we actually have a situation where a customer needs technical support and needs the technical support team to give them a call. In that situation, the first thing you do, as always, is to first take ownership to show everyone that you are dealing with this issue and that no one else should mess with it for the moment. So click Take Ownership. Okay, and now once you've become the owner, the next thing you should do is to set up a remote setup callback for the customer. Now, the way we do that is by creating a case. In order to create a case, what you have to do is firstly click on the customer's name. So the customer's name is going to appear here in the top part under message detail next to the word customer. The name is going to be clickable. So go ahead and click on the customer's name, and this will take you to the customer's main contact page. Now, if you scroll towards the bottom of the contact page, you'll see cases. What you want to do is open a new case. So click on the new case button. And this case is cases are what are being used to set up the remote setup callbacks for the customer. Now, most of the information here will already be filled out for you. What the main thing that you have to change is the status, substatus, and schedule callback time. Okay, and then also the subject and description. So we'll go walk through it step by step. So the status here is pending. The substatus is callback offered, and this callback time. Either you can click in here and select the date and then enter the time. Alternatively, if the customer wants immediate assistance or you don't know when the customer is available, just select the current date and time. By clicking on the current date and time right here, it'll automatically populate the scheduled callback time. In the time zone, select Central Time, US Standard Time. We will always be using Central Standard Time. And then under case origin, this is where did the case originate from. It originated from an email message, so here click email. And then under subject, put call back customer to provide port forwarding support. That could be the subject, and then you can copy and paste the subject back into the description because they're the same. And then under at the bottom part where you see the checkbox for assign using active assignment rules, make sure that you always check assign using active assignment rules. This way the case will automatically be assigned to technical support, because if you don't check that, it's going to assign the case to you yourself, and you don't want to do that because you want technical support to call them back. Once that's done, click Save. And you will see here the case has been saved. It's been escalated to technical support, and technical support will take care of it. Make sure that the customer's contact phone number is also there. If the customer's contact phone number is not there, what you do is, again, you click on the customer's name to take it to the main customer contact page. And once at this page, click Edit. And then once you're in the edit part, you can enter the customer's phone number and then click Save. Okay, once that's done, in the top view up here with all the messages, go back to the customer's message. It should still be highlighted, 1847, click on it. And here, go ahead and respond to the customer because this message is still open. The message needs to be closed. So what we have to tell the customer is, we have opened a case with technical support. They are going to call you back as soon as possible. We have provided them with a brief summary of your issue and a callback number. Please let us know if there is anything else we can do to assist. Thanks. And then go ahead and click Send Response, and that'll automatically close this message. And if you refresh the page, you'll see 1847 here will be gone. And sort by inquiry time. And you'll see message number 1847 is completed. So that's a basic overview on how to answer messages. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.